confidence, kept going, and then Stephen Davis came in. They got some running game going. Their defense played superb, but Brad Johnson just stayed with everything all day. It hasn't been an easy day.
No, it hasn't. 5:40 left. Less than that now. 10-7. Brad Johnson trying to get the crowd quiet. It's a big game for both these teams. Centers. A quick handoff. Got him across the 10.
The thing is, this is a big thing. This is where you need a touchdown if you're the Redskins, because you know that a field goal, they can still beat you with a touchdown. We're talking about that Tampa Bay defense. I mean, they've just been swarming, you know, stopping everything all day and tackling, and then they kind of wait till 47 John Lynch gets here. He always puts a stamp on the envelope.
Second down and 8. Johnson gives to Davis. Davis gets to about the 7, maybe the 6.5. Not much.
I would think somewhere, I would have thought that they would have passed on that second down, but I would think that this down, before you settle for a field goal, I don't think you can run another one. I think North Turner right now has to call a pass play, and because it's longer than 5 yards, he really can't go play pass. He just has to go drop back pass, because the Buccaneers are going to play pass on this down and distance situation.
These are the times that coaching is difficult.
These are the times that coaching is fun.
The pass, complete to center, touchdown. Larry centers.
You see what they did? They got up there quickly and they went on the first sound. They didn't have any audible. They just got up there and just snapped the ball, and Brad Johnson just threw it right out there to Larry Centers. But he just comes up and it's just on the first sound, just flew go, and he just looks right out there and hits Centers, and the Tampa Bay defense wasn't set.
Lawrence Sapp was still running down behind the line.
They got in and out of the huddle at the line of scrimmage and didn't waste any time.
Extra point is good, and it's 17-7. Redskin band whips into hail to the Redskins.
Now what they did, Pat, they took a short huddle. They're real close. Now watch, here's Tampa Bay. See, they're not set. Now watch it. Redskins come up here quickly. You see, they get out here. Now Tampa Bay still isn't set. You see, he gets out there, he goes on the first count. And he didn't let him get set, and he caught him before they adjusted or they got set, and got that ball out there to Larry Centers.
And Centers got the touchdown.
Johnson, if he didn't have any confidence before 2 weeks ago, he sure has it now.
Looking down to our right at the owner of the Redskins, Mr. Snyder, who's bouncing up and down.
Oh, yeah, and John Thompson's in there bouncing up and down with him, and Robert Kaya, the chancellor from the University of Mississippi.
An old Redskin.
Right. There's Daniel Snyder right there. He's not bouncing anymore. John Thompson's in there somewhere.
He wants everybody else to bounce.
Robert Kayat was in there. I think I saw Robert Kayat there. That's something. You know, he was a football player. Matter of fact, he was a kicker. Yeah, he was a kicker for the Redskins. His brother was Eddie Kayat. He kept going to school, and then he became a chancellor at the University of Mississippi.
Aaron Stecker. No place to go. Now he's found some place to go. And the kicker takes him down. Michael Husted, the ex-Buccaneer.
That's why you go through the downs, because the ups feel so good.
Taunting incomplete. picked off by Barber.
You know, yesterday it was funny. We had some apple pie, and Norv Turner's wife Nancy makes apple pie that Brad Johnson likes, and so Brad Johnson wanted apple pie.
Pat Summerall likes it too.
I know, it was pretty good. So, we sneaked a piece, and Nancy brought it in, and they said, well, I brought it when you lost, and Brad Johnson says, I don't care, for this game I want the apple pie. So she was there first thing in the morning, and Nancy Turner's apple pie worked today.
That was good breakfast. Up the middle to Moore. 3.5 minutes left.
See what Sean King, when he pointed to himself, in other words, you want me to call it. And they're telling him, yes, you call it. And he didn't look at his wristband or anything. Sean King is calling this play.
Outside again to Moore. Moore rolls out of bounds, but the clock continues to tick away. Close to 3 minutes. They're going to have to take timeout pretty soon. The Buccaneers have 2 left.
Well, they have 2 left, and then they're going to get the 2-minute warning. So, in essence, they have 3 left, but they need 2 scores.
That block field goal looks bigger and bigger. That's caught by Jacquez Green. Close to a first.
We talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense and how well they tackle. I'll tell you, this Redskin defense has really tackled well today.
It's the best I've seen the Redskin defense in a long time. Kane. Incomplete. Intended for Moore again.
Because they're doing all the things that a good defense. Their third corner, Gerald Green.
You can't go back and say that my third receiver is better than your third corner.
And that's one of the few teams that can do that. That can say the opposite. My third corner is better than your third wide receiver.
2nd and 10. King in the pocket. Throws underneath. Incomplete. Warwick Dunn. Couldn't hang on.
He's having a big game today.
Big days for a lot of those people on the Redskin defense. Marco Coleman, Sean Barber, Arrington, Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith just got it again. King picked it up, and now he throws. Holy moly! Riddell Anthony touchdown. King picked the fumble up and threw it while he was still behind the line of scrimmage.
I was just talking about Dan Wilkinson, and he pushed his guard right back into King. And King fumbled and picked that ball up and throws a touchdown. That is amazing.
How do you describe that?
Well, watch it here. Watch the push that Wilkinson gets right here. He's going to put his guy right into King. He throws Middleton into King. When Middleton hit King, the ball goes out. King's picked it up and throws a touchdown pass. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Riddell Anthony got it across the stripe. And it's 17-13.
And we're going to have the 2-minute warning right after this kick.
Would you go for 2?
No.
They're not. 2 minutes
You got to get it where you're within 3.
Well, they're within 3. And remember that block field goal? And that effort?
That is big. But watch this effort by Sean King. The ball is knocked out. Bruce Smith knocks it out. And then watch this. Woo. It's a tie. Now, if they do go, you see that red line there? The ball has to go past that red line before these guys can recover. See, now they're all going to run down there, but it has to go beyond that red line before those guys can come in. Now, the receiving team can come across the red line.
There's the onside kick. I don't think it went 10 yards. Flag on the play.
Offside, 58 of the kicking team. Penalty is declined.
So it was on the
First
kicking
down.
team because what the
Please
receiving
reset
team
the clock to 1:90. 159, please.
What the receiving team did was legal. See, the kicking team can't recover until it goes beyond 10 yards. The receiving team can go in that 10-yard area to recover the ball, which they did. So the penalty was against the kicking team because they were offsides. One of their cover guys got in front of the ball.
Once the ball is kicked, then they can cross that 10-yard barrier.
Yes, the receiving team can.
Yes.
And the kicking team can't get on the ball until it goes past that 10-yard line.
But the ball has to be kicked before the receiving team can come in.
Yes, yes, or they're offside.
Right. First and 10 at the 38. Davis. Around the corner. First down. Hitting tacklers.
I hate to second guess. I meant to first guess. I was surprised that they onside kicked. I thought that, with 2 timeouts and only needing a field goal to tie, that they would have kicked the ball deep. But now, when you take that shot, that's kind of your one shot. And if you don't get that, then that's the game.
17-14, 15 missed tackles today for his Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, and that's something that is very, very strange. But the day started off strange for this Tampa Bay defense when Warren Sapp didn't start. The scuttlebutt is that he missed a meeting. Tony Dungy will talk about it after the game.
Warren calls a timeout.
Warren Sapp didn't start, nor did he play the first quarter. And then they played very well.
Yes, he has.
For a guy that's a backup center and a backup guard. And they have to play against this defense is a tough duty.
2nd and 9. That's Davis, who cuts back and cuts it upfield. But Davis is hit hard. C.D. Hanatu is around his legs.
And the Buccaneers will take their last time out. It's good to see you. There's fewer and fewer Hogettes.
I know it.
That?
I know it. Here's Davis. On 3rd down, he didn't get the first. Davis has got to be around 100 yards.
It was just that second half where he really came on. You can see what he did, and he gained 17 yards outside in the left and 20 in the middle. But look what he's done on that right side. 98 yards on the right side. Of course, that one was that one long one in the touchdown. I just had the feeling that Stephen Davis came in here and said that he was going to take over this second half.
Well, he seemed very relaxed yesterday when we talked with him.
See, now with that time and with holding him, the Buccaneers will get the ball back. Now, had they, and again, I'm not second guessing. I'm trying not to second guess, but had they kicked it normally and stopped him, they would get the ball back.
It's a Washington timeout.
And Tommy Barnhart.
Who's the holder?
Played with the Buccaneers.
35 yards out. I think they got part of it.
Yeah, they did. Anytime you hear 2 thumps, that's a bad thing. I was probably saying I should have just gone for it on 4th down. But when you're the kicking team and you hear thump, thump, that's bad. And I heard 2 thumps on that one.
And if you're the kicker and you hear that, that's really bad.
If you're the coach and you hear that, that's bad. John Lynch got penetration from that left side.
Warren Sapp, I think, got a hand on it.
He got the push in the middle, 99, right up the middle.
Yep.
And that knocked the kick into a duck.
Back to the original spot. The line of scrimmage. So 43 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 at their own 25. No timeouts. King going deep and out of bounds. There's one wasted.
But again, you go back to that onside kick. You can go back to a lot of things that with that much time. Last year in the playoff game. How about the snap?
King back. Warwick Gunn takes it and gets out of bounds. Stops it. 32 seconds left.
We had that thing, Tony Dungy's teams, when someone runs for over 90 yards on them in a game, they're 1-16. But I'll tell you something about Tony Dungy's teams is they stay in there and fight you. I mean, there is no give up. They don't believe there's any end to a game until that gun goes off. And they probably think they could still play some more.
They probably could. King comes out of there. He's going to take off with it. And get it out of bounds and stop the clock with 24 seconds left.
And again,
24 seconds left. They're at the Redskin 48. Nobody has left the building. King fumbles it, juggles it, fires up the middle, wide open is Keyshawn Johnson.
They're in field goal range now.
They got to hurry.
They're going to have to spike it.
Yep. 9 seconds left.
He's going to get it off.
He spikes it. 5 seconds to go and a flag on the play.
Offside, 99. Defense, 5 yards.
Marco Coleman, that'll move him 5 yards
Still
closer.
first down.
You see, Marco Coleman was right here and waiting and waiting. And you don't have to get back. You have to go at your own tempo, but you have to go at a tempo to get back. And that 5 yards put him 5 yards closer for the field goal attempt.
Gramatica comes on. This will be from 42 yards out. Certainly makeable for him. Remember, the other one was blocked. There are those same 3 guys on the right side of your picture. That's right down the pipe. That's good.
For England, no opponent more fitting. The last